Hi, this is Greg Reese with AmeriEstate Legal Plan. Listen, people often ask, what assets should I put in my trust? We need to take a step back and ask for the first question. Number one, creating a living trust is really a two-part process. The first part is creating the trust, which is really the instructions for what you want to see happen. The second part of creating a trust is to fund the trust assets. Funding simply means transferring the title or ownership of your various assets from your individual name to that of your living trust. Without that, your trust is really incomplete. Think of it this way. Imagine you create a living trust, and that living trust is represented by buying a safe for all your valuables. Now, if you don't fund the trust, it's like putting the safe on the shelf, opening the door, and then stacking all your assets on top of the safe. It's really not protected, is it? Because it's not locked inside. It's on top of the safe where anybody can get at it, and that can create some problems. Properly funding your trust, on the other hand, is like putting all of your valuables inside of the safe so that the people that you designate to manage, oversee, and distribute your estate when the time comes can simply access them in the safe. It's all organized and contained. So, having said that, what do we put in our living trust? Number one, real estate. Our home and perhaps other investment property that we may own is going to be put into our living trust. Number two, most of our, if not all of our financial assets should also be retitled in the name of the trust. The only exception to that might be IRAs and 401ks, the qualified retirement plans. Those should not be owned by the trust. However, you may decide to make the trust one of your beneficiaries or the main beneficiary or a contingent beneficiary for those types of assets. What about business interests? Maybe I have an LLC or we have a business and we want to transfer the underlying ownership of that to the trust so that my successor trustee can control, manage, deal with the business and other affairs associated with that asset. So stocks and bonds, of course, financial accounts of all stripes, real estate, business interests, intellectual property. One of the thought of asset categories is digital assets. We all have accounts in digital assets and gives us access to various accounts. That's super helpful today that your successor trustee could gain access to that so they can see all of your assets in the online portals that you yourself use. So you might create something within your trust that tells them what the password is or where to locate the password when the time comes. Not that you have to share it all now, but just create a little treasure map or a road map on where to find these things. And I think you'll find that your family will really appreciate you. So that's a little bit of a tutorial on what to put in your trust. If you have any other questions or concerns, or maybe you'd like to leave some comments as to a family member that might have created a trust but did not properly fund it and what happened as a result. So love to hear from you. Thanks for joining us. Bye for now.